Hello everyone, today is construction day 140 and today's a good day because Wilma is back.
Hi everyone.
You can still hear it in her voice. I told her she didn't have to announce the construction day. Wilma has asthma. She had asthma her entire life, and she has nebulizers and the pump and all that. So whenever she catches a cold, if it goes to her chest, it's not a good thing. So she's on antibiotic and she's been taking it easy. Last night she was up and around when I got home, so that was a good sign. She said she's feeling better.
Much better.
Yeah, she's feeling much better, but she's definitely still congested, and that's a concern when you have asthma. I mean, you guys know that. So yesterday was was quite a day. Went to 4 different hardware stores trying to find grout sealer. Either they don't carry it or out of stock, sir. But I did find it at Triumph Home Depot, one brand. So guess what? I bought it. So it's up here on the work site. So I'll take a photo of that. We're not ready to seal the grout yet, but we're close, and we're trying to keep everybody off that tile, just walking in their bare feet, not shoes, so we don't grind it any dirt in that nice cream grout. But regarding the paint, remember I told you guys yesterday I was going to search high and low in the Philippines. So again, went to quite a few stores, tried to get the stock paint. When you find something that looks good, you need 4 gallons. They have 2 in stock. It's just a hassle. So I'll go back to City Hardware of Cebulan. I mean, that's the place, that's our go-to place. So if you're thinking about building a home in this area, I highly recommend going there. We've purchased more stuff there than any other hardware store. So went to their paint department, and they actually had a paint mixing machine that's hooked to a computer. So you can go through all the different types of paint that they have, all the different colors, and then get the code of that paint. They type that into the computer. You get to choose if you want flat, latex, enamel, semi-gloss. So obviously we went with the flat latex. That's what we're going with, the theme on the walls, except for the CRs will be semi-gloss. And I found 2 colors using the tile from the bathroom as the theme, as I showed you yesterday. So I went ahead and got the paint for the main room. It's called Relaxed Khaki, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then for the master bedroom and walk-in closet, use that same tile to try to get a color for our master bedroom, and it's called Sand Dune. So I'll let you take a look at what that looks like. So they're just the 2 color swatches. Of course, it's going to look a little different once it's on the walls. And it'll be very interesting to see how that paint actually looks on the wall. That computer system that they had of mixing the paint was it seemed pretty nice. It was a clean workstation. They type in the codes, and obviously it spits out the paint into the the pure white. And then they had a real nice mixer. So we'll see how that all plays out. But we bought the paint, so there's no turning back now, no returns. So the paint color for the main room, as well as the master bedroom and walk-in closet, is up here on site, and the guys can start painting when they're ready. PD's up here working on some electrical and then getting ready for the ceiling. And then remember, the air cons get installed on Tuesday. And then I'm focusing some efforts with Janelle on landscaping. So a lot going on. Wilma is back. Very, very happy. And then we will get you guys some updates. So today I'm going to focus with Janelle on landscaping. So I'm feeling good about this corner. We took it as far as we can at this point. We're still gathering additional rocks that we'll use for landscaping, but we're going to call this west side complete, and this is the easy part. So once again, I want to just take you back to the reference point so you can see the 5-inch piece of cocoa lumber with the drum. So that is the grade that we started this whole landscaping with, knowing that with gravel and cement, the finished concrete will be at the 5-inch mark. So that's at the top of that piece of cocoa lumber is where the concrete here will be. So we're using this as the reference point. So a couple things going on. I think I'm going to go ahead and extend this wall all the way down. I really don't need it because the dirt is packed underneath and it's solid, so it's not for strength. It's just for the landscaping design. So what we're going to do after lunch is we're going to dig this out. We'll do the same thing. We'll put a footing in. I think I'm only going one block down, so it'll be 8 inches, and then go out, and then we'll meet that wall there. And it might be 2 blocks there at the end. But I just want to have the flexibility, if you will, to be able to use this wall as part of the design as the grade comes in. So remember, we're always going back to that. So I don't think I can accomplish that with having just dirt here. So what Janelle's working on today is, I've showed you in the last few videos right here where this dirt was up. Well, geez, it was like 8-10 inches. So we needed to get this dirt out because we want to continue with the same theme of all water shedding down and to the fence. So starting way back at the column there, so right here, on this side, it sheds this way, and then starting here, it sheds down and forward at the same time. So any major water will not only shed to the wall, but will shed this way from that back column. So we got that looking good, but we had a lot of dirt here, so we needed to get that out to continue that same process. So you can see where we're starting to put the dirt right down in the driveway, and that makes sense because the driveway went and dipped right there. So we're going to try to get that dip out. So what Janelle's working on now is extending the truck turnaround, and then we have a little curve here. Makes sense. Truck comes out and comes in and went a little bit of a curve. So we got that built in. But now we've extended, call it the pre-work, all the way to here. So now this is at the right angle coming down as well as that way. So again, any water coming down will go that way. And then we're stopping for now right here. So now we're just going to go ahead and use up the stone that he has. So remember I said yesterday it's like 50 bags of stone right there. So we're going to go ahead and extend out. And now we're getting close to where the driveway is going to be. So what we did was we basically going to run this stone from the running line of the house and stop. So that's what he's doing here today before lunch. And then right after lunch, he's going to switch to this side because this is the last thing I want to do, the driveway, because we have to get that right. So we're going to switch on this side, which is the opposite side of the driveway, and go ahead and dig this out and just spend the rest of the day. And I think we can get this done in one day. Dig it down, get a quick footing in there, get some rebar, get some hollow block in there, render it. If not done today, it'll be done, first thing in the morning, and then we'll call this done. And then going back to the reference point, we can now start to get the right height of the driveway, because I don't want the driveway to be too high where water comes this way towards the pool, We want to make sure that the water is always running away from the house and down. So we're gonna build this up, but this has to be higher than the actual driveway by just a little bit, so everything sheds, and sheds down. And then as we come through, and you can see it's high here too. This is high, so this has to come out, and we have to continue to push this dirt. So we'll spread out the black topsoil, which is really not good for driveways, but there's a lot of gravel here that's got to come out that we'll put on top. And if we have to bring in more gravel, we will. But one thing I wanted to mention, and we still have to start thinking about this, is the gate, which is going to be 4 meters wide, is going to be right here. So there's the column for the one side of the gate, and then over here will be another column. So this will be 4 meters wide, and the gate will be 2 meters wide, actually turning in. Well, this is still on an angle, so that's not going to work. You open the gate, you'll eventually hit. So this area has to be flat, and we also want to make it perfectly flat so the gate doesn't have any sizable lift above the concrete, because we don't want dogs or whatever to be able to get underneath the gate. So it's very important to have this perfectly level. So, and we won't even talk about out there yet. That's for another day. But this is going to have to be flat. So if the gate swings 2 meters, this concrete has to come out at least 3 meters and be perfectly flat. And then at that point, when you come off being flat, it's going to have to turn and start going up. It just can't be just a grade going straight down, just pitched. Can't do that. Here by the gate, it has to be perfectly level. So that's what we need to always consider. So we're not down here yet, but we will be shortly. But this dip right here that I've been staring at, not knowing if you guys have been seeing it or not, but it definitely comes out and goes down, and then starts leveling out. We want to get that dip out. We want it to be a more gentle slope. So you can see there, see how high that is? That's all going to come out. So we're going to spread this out and then start bringing that down. And a lot of that is cement, just from the guys, when they pour cement, they dump the residual. So that'll all come out and come down, and then we'll make sure that we put proper fill here. But I just wanted to cover that with you. You know, the driveway, we got to get it right, but I want to get all the landscaping done around it, and then do that as the last piece, because that's pretty important. All right, so it looks like they got the grouting just about complete. And if you've seen in yesterday's video, there was a couple of tile here that need to be set. And I asked why, and they found a couple chips in the tile, in the edges. So they pulled them up and then cut new pieces and put some fresh pieces in. So that was good. So there was no chips. But yesterday, I was on my way to Sabulin, and contractor called me and said, "Hey, where you at?" And I said, "Just leaving the work site now." He goes, "Hey, the cabinet maker is here and wants to meet with you one more time to confirm the color of the island, and then the color of the overhead, the range hood, because these two colors are going to match." So once again, I used this tile, which, we used this color for the main room. We used this color for the bedroom. And then I think we're somewhere in the middle, like around this color here, because it fades a little bit, for the color for the island and the range hood. So this is the color that he'll match and put in the island itself with the white granite on top, and then the range hood over top will be that brown color. So he just wanted to meet with me one more time. So what I did was before I left, I brought a couple pieces with me because I had to bring it to the paint place anyway. So I brought a piece of this. Luckily, I was still here, and I met him halfway to Cebulan and gave him this piece. So I guess he'll do the same thing. He'll go to a paint mixing place and get this color. So this is going to be the color of our island and the range hood. And then, while I had some energy, and there's Sandy, I stopped just one more time where our granite is, or should I say Wilma's granite, and talked to the owner about delivery. So she said no problem, give her 2 or 3 days notice. I told her I'd give her 7 days notice. And she has a third party who'll make the delivery. Of course, I talked about, being careful with that granite, especially this one big piece, because this is 266 centimeters long and a full meter wide, one piece, very heavy. So we're going to cross our fingers on that delivery day. But I talked to her about it, and she said just give her a few days notice. And I told her that the cabinets will be getting up here on site a little early, so probably somewhere between January 20th and say January 25th, I would want the granite to be delivered. And she told me no problem at all, that she'd take care of that. So trying to get everything coordinated and trying to get all the players involved, I think it's worth the while to over communicate. Just to make sure that everything does deliver on time. So here in the master shower yesterday, they were able to get the tile all the way to the 9-foot mark. So now it's done on both sides. So that's going to be the inside shower wall. Looks very nice. And then they also started the tiling where the vanity will be. So they worked the piping, and then now they're starting the process of putting the tile up. And then one more change. I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did, like maybe 6 videos ago, that we had this electrical box for the mirror, but we could not find anywhere a mirror large enough for this 2-meter wall. So we bought 2 separate mirrors to be over both sinks. So the fact that the mirrors, they're actually lighted and they have temperature and they have anti-fogger. You can press it and it defrosts the glass. It's a very nice mirror, but it needs to be hooked up to 220. So we needed to move the electric. So now we got the boxes in, and we'll be able to split the electric because there'll be one mirror here and one mirror here, and then this will all be tile going all the way up. So they're able to work that yesterday. But here's the final wall for tile.